The Ukrainian military reported on May 5 that fresh Russian reinforcements were being brought into Bakhmut, a city in the Donetsk region where fighting has intensified. The region has been at the epicenter of Moscow's push in eastern Ukraine, while Russia continued the shelling of southern Ukraine. On the battlefield in Bakhmut, Ukrainian defenders repelled 60 Russian assaults over the past 24 hours, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces said in its daily report on May 5, in what marked an increase in the intensity of Russia's repeated attempts to take the city. Fierce fighting was also reported in Maryinka, close to Bakhmut, where Russian forces attempted to improve their tactical positions, the General Staff said. Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar said Russian troops, spearheaded by mercenaries from the private Wagner Group, are making every effort to capture Bakhmut by May 9, the date when Moscow celebrates its World War II Victory Day. To achieve this, they are bringing in Wagner forces from other battlefields who are being replaced with paratrooper assault units that are currently fighting in the Bakhmut direction, Maliar said on Telegram. The Russians are inclined towards symbolism, and their key historic myth is May 9. They really have established the objective of taking control of Bakhmut by this date, Maliar said separately on Ukrainian television. Maliar's statement contradicted an apparent threat by Wagner Group chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, who earlier on May 5 claimed he would withdraw his fighters from Bakhmut in what looked like an escalation of his ongoing feud with the Russian Defense Ministry over supplies and support. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported on May 5 that Russia had lost 193,210 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of its full-scale invasion on February 24 last year. This number includes 620 casualties Russian forces suffered just over the past day. In a video posted by his press service on May 5, Prigozhin said he would pull out Wagner forces from Bakhmut by May 10, the day after the Kremlin's planned World War II Victory Day commemorations. We were supposed to take Bakhmut by May 9. But pseudo-military bureaucrats, who knew about it, literally cut us off from artillery ammunition, Prigozhin said in the video, as he addressed the camera with a group of apparent Wagner soldiers in the background. Later on May 5, the Russian-installed head of the Zaporizhia region ordered the evacuation from Russian-held frontline areas in southern Ukraine. In the past few days, the enemy has stepped up shelling of settlements close to the front line, Yevgeny Balitsky wrote on social media. I have therefore made a decision to evacuate first of all children and parents, elderly people, disabled people, and hospital patients. The temporary evacuation order affects 18 places, including the town of Enerhodar, where the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is located. Meanwhile, Russia bombed the southern city of Kherson again on May 5, regional officials said, causing injuries and infrastructure damage. Earlier in the day, heavy artillery fire destroyed civilian and energy infrastructure in Nikopol, said the head of the Dnipropetrovsk Regional Council, Mykola Lukashuk. The occupiers targeted the homes of the townspeople. 10 private houses, a building, gas furnaces, and electricity networks were destroyed, Lukashuk wrote on Telegram. Russia has stepped up its strikes on southern Ukraine in recent days, targeting mostly the liberated areas of the Kherson region, where at least 23 civilians were killed by shelling this week. Ukrainian defenders repel over 30 Russian attacks during the day, General Staff. Russian occupiers concentrate their main efforts on conducting offensive operations on Bakhmut, Avdiivka and Maryinka fronts. Over the course of the past 24 hours, the armed forces of Ukraine have repelled more than 30 Russian attacks. Source: General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Information is of 1800 on the 5th of May. Quote, the enemy continues to focus their main efforts on conducting offensive actions on the Bakhmut, Avdiivka and Maryinka fronts. Units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine repelled more than 30 enemy attacks on these areas of the front. The fiercest battles continue for Bakhmut and Maryinka. Our soldiers firmly hold the defense. Details. Over the course of the past 24 hours, Russian forces have launched 2 missiles, 26 airstrikes and 20 attacks using multiple launch rocket systems. On the Severshina and Slobozhanshina fronts, the occupiers maintain the presence of troops in Bryansk, Kursk, and Belgorod oblasts bordering Ukraine. During the day, occupiers carried out artillery and mortar shelling of settlements in Sumy and Kharkiv oblasts. On the Kupiansk front, 8 settlements came under Russian artillery and mortar fire. On the Lyman front, Russian forces did not conduct any offensive actions. Invaders deployed artillery to attack the settlement of Luhansk and Donetsk oblasts. On the Bakhmut front, Russian forces continued to conduct offensive operations. Fighting continues in the town of Bakhmut. In addition, during the day, Russians conducted unsuccessful offensive operations near the settlements of Hurahorivka, Ivanovsky and New York. 14 settlements in Donetsk Oblast were affected by Russian attacks. On the Avdiivka front, Russian forces conducted offensive actions near Avdiivka, but had no success. 7 settlements in Donetsk Oblast came under Russian fire. On the Maryinka front, Ukraine's defenders repelled numerous Russian attacks near Maryinka during the day. The settlements of Kurakov, Hyorhivka, Maryinka, Pobeda, Yelizavetivka, Katerinivka and Novomikhailivka in Donetsk Oblast came under Russian fire. On the Shakhtarsk front, Russian forces did not conduct any offensive actions during the day. Occupiers carried out shelling of the settlements of Shakhtarsk, Prekostivka and Vuhledar in Donetsk Oblast. Russian forces continue to conduct defensive actions on the Zaporizhia and Kherson fronts. They attacked more than 40 settlements over the course of the past 24 hours. The Ukrainian Air Force conducted 6 strikes on clusters of Russian military personnel and equipment. Apart from that, Ukraine's defenders shot down 2 Russian UAVs of Shahed 136-131st type. Units of rocket forces and artillery struck 5 areas of concentration of Russian weapons and military equipment, 3 storage points of ammunition and fuel and lubricants, 1 means of anti-aircraft defense and 5 more important Russian targets.